We're in a K21 in the Condor 3 simulator, and we're going to look at some winch launch failures, particularly ones very close to the ground. Now, if the launch fails halfway up the winch launch, then as we know, the key thing to do is to lower the nose below the normal approach attitude and get the airspeed back as quickly as we can. And we wait for, in a K21, say 55 knots minimum, before we make any decisions or do any manoeuvring. But if we're very close to the ground, that may not be possible. And I'm going to examine that because it's a lot safer doing this on the simulator than in a real glider. And as you'll see, we can repeat it as often as we like until you're completely comfortable with it. So I've adjusted my trim, my air brakes are closed and locked. We'll assume I've done all the rest of my checks. And we're going to set off and we'll have a very low failure. So I'm keeping the wings level as we start. Glide is just coming off the deck and it's failed. So I've only got about 45 knots. I'm not going for the air brakes at all. I'm just allowing the glider to float down the field, keeping the wings level. As soon as I'm on the ground, I bring the brakes smoothly out and just let the glider roll to a stop. Okay, so no great drama. I just had to make an adjustment to make sure that of the attitude, to make sure that we didn't lose any further energy, and then just felt my way back onto the ground. Now I'm going to do one where we're just that little bit higher, and because we're a little bit higher, we may be able to get a little more airspeed before we reach the ground, but we may also start worrying that we're going to run out of airfield. So let's examine that. Okay, adjusting the trim, checking the brakes, off we go. Again, keeping the wings level, let the glider come off when it's ready. And the launch has failed, so I lower the nose, but I can't really go a long way down. Now I've just about got 55 knots, but I'm very close to the ground. I'm worried I might run out of field, so I'm just tweaking the air brakes out ever so gently as I feel my way onto the ground. There we are, we're down, and as I touch down, I bring the air brakes smoothly all the way out and allow the glider to roll to a stop. So I was just that little bit higher, and therefore I was able to get that little bit more airspeed, and because I was worried that I might run out of space, I just very gently cracked the brakes and brought them out enough to bring me onto the ground. Now for contrast, I'll just do one where we can actually adopt the normal recovery attitude. So again, adjust my trim, check that the brakes are closed and locked. Can't get the trim quite right, it's a bit digital, there we go. And off we go. Okay, keep the wings level, let the glider come off when it's ready. Increasing airspeed, allow it to rotate. And the launch has failed, so this time I lower the nose well down, wait for that airspeed. Now I've got enough airspeed, can I land ahead? Yes, I can. So bring out a full air brake and just land in the normal way. With full air brake. Okay, so the simulator is a good place to practice this, and you can do it as often as you like until you really feel confident about it.